Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Bashem Rakha Kwadash. My name is Yakaba from Plaintables Camp. This is the apostles. No such thing as coincidence. He's going into the Super Bowl and the holidays in February. Just hear what he has to say.
They have rituals, the halftime rituals, and all of that stuff is set up as a ritual. It's not set up as, entertainment. I mean, it's entertainment. It's in an entertainment form, but it's pretty much a ritual that they cast on the people. And this is one of the ways that the ancient Romans, which America is the ancient Roman Empire revisited, kept the populace, of Rome, which today would be America, asleep. So she was saying that while people are making provisions for that, they have three so-called holidays of Esau back to back, which the Super Bowl is treated like a holiday. That's like, like a religion to most people. So she said you have Super Bowl Sunday, then you have Mardi Gras coming in on Tuesday, which is Fat Tuesday, which is where you get the word. The word fat goes back to lipos, which we read in Revelation about the dainties. And then you also have so-called Valentine's Day, the following day after that, which is on a Wednesday. And she said there's no coincidence that these three holidays are back to back, because there's some kind of alignment of Pluto and all this stuff. Esau does stuff according to days, according to their satanic calendar, according to things in the sky, the alignment of planets, as the Lord calls it, the monthly prognosticators, which we're going to get there real quick before I make the next point. So, we know that there's no such thing as coincidences. So could this that they're doing be because of that? Very likely it is, because this is how Esau functions. This is how they maneuver. This is how they work. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. So there's going to come a point, just like Janus and Jambres, those Egyptian, the heads of the Egyptian Magi's withstood Moses, and after a while they couldn't. Well, Esau's going to try to withstand the Lord and the prophets to a certain degree, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the prophets to a certain degree, until he can't anymore. Now, what else do we have? Another thing too that's heavy that I just thought about yesterday. We went to go see the movie we went to go see that movie, The Book of Clarence. You have some buffoonery in it, a lot, some bullshit in it, but overall it was good to see a movie where they portray the Israelites as being Jakes, so-called Negroes, and the rest of the tribes, and having Esau being portrayed as the Romans, even though you had Jakes in the Roman Empire and other nations in the Roman Empire too. But it was a little refreshing to be able to see that for a change, instead of having to put dark faces on white faces, so-called. But one thing I thought about yesterday, I mentioned to the brothers, I went online to see what day the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is coming out on. And it happens to be coming out on March 24th of this year, March 24, 2024. Now, March 24, 2024 just happens to be the first day of the Passover for us, because we keep it from evening to evening. So March 23rd at evening, you have the Passover coming in, and the very next day, which is the 24th, that's all that day is the Passover. And they're dropping the Planet of the Apes movie, The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that particular day. So it everything seems like it's lining up, which it is. And like the title says, we don't believe in coincidences. There's no such thing as coincidences. They do this thing on purpose. Now, we know that the Planet of the Apes series, going all the way back to 1968, pretty much is, or are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, which are representative of the apes, all the tribes from the southern.
Sure, they may have moved the date for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm looking at Wikipedia now. It says May 10th. May 10th, 2024. Let me show you real quick. May 10th may be something else too. That's the date. Let's see. And Planet of the Apes is about Jacob taking over the world from Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The apes represent the blacks, so-called blacks that were enslaved in Babylon, America, really around the world. That's how Esau, makes fun of, mainly the Southern Kingdom, but it's really all the tribes. All the 12 tribes of Israel. So the ape is supposed to represent Israel. The monkey, ape, the gorilla, that represents so-called black people. All right, May 10th, 2024. The apostle was talking about the different rituals and advertisement, because they're adverting your attention to the ritual. All it has to do with witchcrafts. You look up witchcrafts. Let's go to the Greek. We got pharmakois and pharmacon right there. So we should have 33 out. Goes back to pharmakos, pertaining to magical arts. For without our dogs and sorcerers, pertaining to magical arts. Let's go into the word. One who prepares or uses magical remedies. What's a remedy? A medicine or treatment. Let's look up remedy. And remedy means to restore to a natural or proper condition, to put right. Well, that's the condition that Esau wants you in. That's the remedy. All right, go back to healing, to heal. So they want to get you into a condition that they want you to be in, which is focused on the spell that they're casting. All right, pharmacon. All right, the use of magical remedies. All right, and that's not good. That's negative. A pharmacist, a druggist. So they're trying to obtain their desired effect. So if you don't have your angel, your guardian angel, contending with those magical remedies, you're going to be taken by it, whether it be sodomy, adultery, ultimately taking the RFID implantable microchip, being sedated, meaning put you in a calm, peaceful state, as if so you won't have a defense. Sedate, I believe, goes back to sit down, so you're defenseless.
Southern Kingdom down to the Northern Kingdom. We know that that's a representation of the Israelites. And it shows you in that movie that the Edomites are going to be in subjection under the so-called apes, which are the Israelites. So could that be a coincidence, which we don't think it is, that they're dropping Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on March 24th, which happens to be the first day of our Passover? I found that, pretty interesting that they would do that. This is what we're waiting for, because as the elder apostle Tara coined 2024, he coined it the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Because once Jacob's trouble comes in and the MOTB is pushed heavy, and then World War III happens, then comes the kingdom. And we're very, very close. You know, so I thought that was very heavy, how the kingdom, the word kingdom of the planet of the apes drops the same day that we have in our Passover, the first day of our Passover. So that was pretty heavy. So keep in mind, Esau pushes these rituals out here because this is how he keeps the masses, you know, asleep, through rituals, through sorcery, through something called bread and circuses, which was a big to do by the ancient Roman Empire. They were big in pushing that, you know, that the bread and circuses. And then the average person out here, as soon as they have something going on with them, whatever it is, they go to the hospital and they prescribe, you know, something for them to keep them, you know, DRUG'd up. I'm saying it like that because they just took down a video that I did years ago. That's how these devils operate, talking about some medical misinformation. And then the thing about it is, in order for you to view the content, you got to download their app in order to get to it. So I said, you know what, you got it. Yeah, because I was going to appeal it, but I don't know exactly what I said to appeal it. So I said, the hell with it. So they, one of the ways that they have the people, you know, deceived through their sorceries is by those pills that they give them, you know, and whatever else they give them, you know, to keep them pretty much comatose. All right. When we read Revelation 18 and 23, this is at the very end after America is destroyed, which is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. And this is what it says. It says, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. It says, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. And this is one way you know that America is Babylon the Great. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Now when you go to that word sorceries there, it goes back to the word pharmakia. Which the word pharmakia is where you get the word pharmacy from. And this is pretty much how they're casting spells on the people, because witches were known for handling different potions, you know, to cast spells over, you know, over the people. And this is pretty much one of the things that Esau does to keep the people, you know, stupefied. Because that's all that does is pretty much alters the mind to make you feel so-called comfortable, or make you feel so high that you can't even, you know, think straight or think properly, because it has your motor skills all jacked up. And this is what Esau's doing. And then on top of all of that, you know, I don't know how many people in America are med-aided, you know, put it together. But I'm pretty sure it's a whole lot. How many women does Solomon have? A whole mess of them. But inside joke. But I don't know how many people are under that, but I'm sure it's a whole lot, because that industry is a very profitable industry for Esau. And on top of that, you have these different, you know, bread and circuses through the different sports that they have, entertainment, you know, whether it's music or films, you know, movies and stuff like that. And they're keeping the rest of the people out here diverted from the attention of what's really going on, you know. And this is why the average American is just that, average. They don't know what's going on. But I will say that you have a lot of people waking up to what's going on, because nowadays you talk to the average person, I mean, most people don't know shit, but you have some people that you say certain things to them and they know exactly what you're talking about. So it's like a lot of people are waking up because of this internet, and this is why they're pushing for censorship of the internet, because through the internet a lot of people are starting to see what's really happening and moving away from the system. All right, in the system, inside joke. Yeah, I just found that pretty interesting, so I kind of wanted to share that with you brothers and a few sisters, that there's no such thing as coincidences. And like I said, I mean, probably didn't hit anybody else the way it hit me, but it was kind of heavy how that movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is coming out on March 24th, which happens to be the first day of the Passover, because we keep our Passover from evening to evening, March 23rd to March 24th. So, it remains to be seen what's going to happen and what's going to go down. And we're going to keep our eye out, for these things. And that's that. So, pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say, Shalom.